Now, I was doing the moon sign readings and I was told no right now to stop everything I was doing and to do a reading called End the Struggle. End the struggle? Honor the struggle? Whoa, it's because I want the struggle to end. I feel the energy of the struggle. I've been feeling the energy of the struggle. And it's like... It's like opposing energies coming together, disharmony coming together, and it's like, you know, it's just at that spot where it's gonna create something anew. And many of us are struggling right now, and a lot of the weather alone is doing something unique. Even where I live, the weather is, it's like winter. We still have much snow though, as you can see. Where's spring? Lady Spring, we need you. There's no spring. And usually, yes, it's pretty wild. The climate's pretty wild where I'm from, but we usually have some sort of sign of spring. And yes, you know, you can feel that she's there, but it's changed. It's different right now. And with everything that's going on, a lot of us want to go back to the way things were. But we're not going back, we're going forth. Anyways, I said I had no channeled information and they just gave it to me right away. So, channeled messages, here we go. They're very quick, to the point. This reading's going to be very quick and to the point. Use the feminine energy as power to overcome the struggle and honor the struggle. And it equals the sun. It's leading us to the sun. Our soul's expansion. And happiness, joy, just warmth. And I know we're all feeling some sort of way. And then I was shown these cards and I want to show them to you quickly. The Page of Wands, and this is just, she's sheerly frustrated. She's frustrated. She knows she is a flame. She has a flame. She wants to use this flame, and it's pure frustration. And this feels like very great. And then we're moving forth, and this is connected to the High Priestess, and this is what we need to see. We're over here and we're caught in a lower vibrational space. We need to switch gears and go back within the darkness. We're trying to go up, but we actually need to go back down. And I know that makes, it's like, why do I gotta do this? But this is part of the path, because this is connected to the Tower and what the moon came in and knocked out when it was full, because we're in the time of balance, renewal of balance, of harmony, and it's being created through the disharmony. So that was blown away. And this is what they're showing me, the current time that this is connected to. The sacrifice of the generous charge being held by the powers of the moon to transform and to go without. And to go without in order to transform. And this is connected to the water energies. And that's the feminine. We know the feminine's doing all this work right now. And this is to restore balance. And when we're within, we need to stay focused on where we're going. Here is the connection to the sun. Now, this is going to be connected to the Ace of Pentacles and the gift and the birth of new self. All our spiritual expansion. Now, let's just see. We're starting here. What's going down?
Okay.
Thanks, guys. My son's the biggest supporter. Love him. Love that little man. Doesn't understand what I'm doing here, but certainly supports the path. And there is the gift. The Ace of Pentacles. But this is the thing. This is our growth. This is like We blossomed. We blew through the soil. And we expanded. There it is. We resurrected. It's right here on the bottom of the deck. We had our rebirth. And it's connected to the Four of Wands. And we're going through that door. We're going forth. That's connected to the portal. That's connected to the gate. And there's the Wheel and Judgment with the Seven of Cups. So we're seeing through our illusions. We're balancing our karmic scales, and I love that. We're seeing through our illusions. Justice is blind. And you put those two things together. We're seeing through our illusions, and justice is blind. And this is the energy within. This is connecting to intuition. This is connecting to the heart. This is connecting to what's right. This is connecting to feelings. This is connecting to sensing everything that the feminine is doing in order to restore balance. And it's not being afraid of the unknown in order to expand. In fact, seeking it out in order to expand. And there's the wheel. We know we're following the tens in order to turn the wheel. And this is connected to the dolphin energy in our counterpart. And we, at this time, have earned the right to say that we understand the energy of the dolphin and what it means to be there for someone else without compromising our own health. Without going down that slippery slope that can put us right back on the path to the devil energies. We're staying on target, we're staying on path, and we're following the path with the light, with the divine. And you know what? If we fall off, we just get back up, we dust ourselves off, and we go back to creating with those patterns, because we haven't lost access to those patterns of health, those patterns of our truth. So if we get back in old karmic patterning, we got to switch back. We got to course correct. Because we're turning the wheel. Now, this has to do with our Nine of Pentacles and the new beginning. Birthing anew. The new person. This is the new person right here. And this new person is connected to the energy of the child and the Six of Cups. The joy. The purification of the soul. All right, let's just see what's being activated here. We're honoring the struggle. Well, here we go. The 10 of Ariel. There is very much to be grateful for. Financial success and the promise of retirement. A rich and rewarding family life. But it's connected to the leap of faith. An archangel Metatron. And this is connected to this. The new beginning. Believe in yourself. Listen to your heart. And do what gives you joy. This is about doing what gives us joy. And this is healing. And I really feel for like a lot of you out there, you're healing with siblings. We're connecting with siblings. This has to do with reflecting back to us that connection. Not for all, but for some. Remember, all of our journeys are unique, and coming back to one and healing, of course, we're going to have our own unique divine blueprint. Now, this is connected to the page of Gabrielle, which is the page of fire. Energetic, brave, playful. Follow your passion. You are ready for any challenge, opportunities for excitement and adventure. So we're going to shift gears. We need to shift gears. So this struggle that we're feeling, this lower vibrational energies we're feeling, this tiredness, this grogginess, wanting to give up. Maybe want to eat too much sugar. We just want to share sugar. Because it's easing the pain. What do we want to do to ease the pain and the struggle? But we need to shift gears and allow our passions to restore that. What lights us up? Our flame. So we keep our flame going rather than dull our flame and put it out. We don't want to mute it. All right. And that's going to be connected to these messages here. And we're going to go here. But there's a message. There's a message from our ancients. And I'm to clarify it with another deck to just confirm it. So, message from our ancients. What is going down here? How do we end the struggle? How do we deal with this energetic shift right now? Well, there's a definite connection here. Yes, we know. We've activated the portal of light. This is... What the frick? The brother in darkness overcoming negative energy with feminine power. Is this not connected to the channeled message? And we know we've activated the portal of light. And this is the power over 7 scorpions. Power to conjure lower vibrational forces. So this is to transmute the shadow energies. That's why we're going back down again. We're struggling in order to transmute the shadow energies and use them as fuel to come back up and raise our vibration even further. That's the patterns we're creating with here. And it's connected to, we know this is connected to the feminine. Hear the rattle of Isis playing ancient power mysteries. And we just got this on our last reading of let the feminine lead the way. The fire and ice union reading. And this is all connected to the feminine. You guys, all these cards are not all about the feminine energy. There's a lot of other cards. And to get this many cards in a row, Queen of Heaven, blessing from the divine Empress of the Skies. The feminine is showing her presence. And it's all going back to the times we are in. Scales of balance. Ancient tantra of the soul. And this is connected to that Libra and full moon. And the balancing of our karmic scales to help us heal with our partnerships. To create equality. To create unconditional love. And look at this. We just discussed before I sat down. Use the feminine energy as power to overcome the struggle. The brother in darkness overcoming negative energy with feminine power. That's the same thing. So we're on point. We're on target. Woo! All right. We're going to have to... This is where the message is. We know we're traveling through time and space. We've activated this portal of light. And we're going to have a reading dedicated to the feminine energy as well as the masculine energy and what is happening here. Because we are being blessed from the divine Empress of the Skies. And it's through this healing instrument, this healing rattle. And this is connected to the realms that we are moving through here to conjure lower vibrational forces. The work we're doing, we're on mission work, we're on point because we need to do this. Okay, I just wanted to see if there's any more connections. There's no more connections. Now, we're going to get that message, but I just want to confirm it. We're going to confirm it and discuss it. Yeah, because there's our feminine intuition right there. And the spider web. And the King of Earth. We know the King of Earth is helping us. This is connected to the new moon, because remember the moons are, the energies are all joining up, right? They're all connected. Everything is all connected within life. And we're going from the full moon in Libra to the new moon in Taurus. And this is connected to that energy. And there is an activation within here. And it is connected to this. And that's why it's the brother in darkness. This is where the activation is. So here's the feminine energy. with the masculine, and we know we just got the connection to intuition on our last reading with the girl that was scribing, and we were discussing scribing and how I'd never ever seen that card before, and there it was. And I've just been called to do this and share this on my channel. I have been scribing for some time, but I have never been called to actually actively scribe the way I am here with you guys, and I'm noticing it's changing the channel. It's changing what's happening here. It's changing my life. And that's why the brother in darkness. The brother in darkness. The king of earth. And what's happening here? Overcoming negative energy with feminine power. Whoa, what is that? That's intuition. These cards are speaking, and they're speaking loud and clear. And that's because we've been scribing and harmonizing. Let's get the message. All right, guys, here it is. The brother in darkness. Overcoming negative energy with feminine power. Whenever negative energy is present, it is a sign that we are ready to move more deeply into our feminine divine power. The brother in darkness indicates that there is negative energy, either within you or outside of you, but directed towards you, that is providing you with a spiritual test, beloved initiate. You shall overcome this energy with grace and triumph. Stay in your heart. There is no need to be afraid. There is a test that you are currently moving through because you are ready to progress more deeply into wisdom, light, acceptance, and inner peace. The test is in the guise of a negative energy source either within you or apparently outside of you. In truth, we are all one, and the world is our mirror for whatever healing task lies within. Even though sometimes the source of difficulty appears to be external, rather than an opportunity for us to gain mastery with our own responses through inner healing. And I was just thinking about this the other day. You know, everything is an opportunity to be reflected back to us, whether we resonate with it or not, for us to be mirrored back who we are, our authentic tune, our authentic vibration. And it's not like if we don't resonate with something, we're angry, or we just carry that negative charge and we fight, or we're aggressive or whatever, or we go on negative tangents. No, just understand that we don't resonate with it because it's not part of our experience, or it might not be even a part of our experience yet. We might experience it later on because we know we're ever expanding. Whatever vibration or, you know, we're in too, that's when we can see things differently. Sometimes we need to go down deep and lower our vibration in order to see something from a certain way to understand it there, and then go back up and then raise our vibration and then see something from there and heal from it. We're healing. That's why it's not linear. That's why healing's not linear. And quite often we're healing, switching back from the past, the present, and the future to heal. I mean, we're doing a multitude of things. We are always doing a multitude of things, and that is connected to our multidimensionality. The brother in darkness. Overcoming negative energy with feminine power. Whenever negative energy is present, it is a sign that we are ready to move more deeply into our feminine divine power. The brother in darkness indicates that there is negative energy either within you or outside of you, but directed towards you, that is providing you with a spiritual test, beloved initiate. Part of your spiritual path is to honor the darkness as a way through to greater consciousness, to not fight against darker and potentially destructive emotions with force, but to allow them to be with compassion instantly removes the resistance that creates psychic glue and causes darker energies to get stuck within us. Trust your feminine values, whether man or woman, and don't believe for one moment that you are obligated to wear another's negativity for them. You're not. You may stand true in your purity of heart and be safe. If you do have negative energy rising within you, the same stands true. Have compassion and witness it, but don't believe that you have to identify with it. It's not you. It's just energy and feeling. Let it flow and it shall go. And guys, I want to say something really sacred here in order to help us with this, okay? Brother in darkness, you are loved. Loved fiercely and with compassion. There is nothing to fear or judge or resist. Just acceptance, allowance, and being seen from the light in my heart. Now I see you. I do not judge. My response is compassion. I understand and I release you now. Be and flow. From my energy field, you must now go. Without will or force, but through love and peace, all negative from my field is now released. And so it is done. And that's for the greater good of all. Guidance comes to you in this oracle now to become more conscious of the negative energies, either within or directed towards you, without being fearful. There is no need for fear. There is just need for more conscious, loving response. So, and that's true because our body is connected to our spirits, connected to our mind, and we need to have positivity running all three to transmute the negativity. And this is connected to our compassionate wisdom. It knows that a wolf can cause harm even if it's dressed as a sheep. You're guided to be attentive and honest about negative influences within or directed towards you without judging them or their source or paying undue attention with fear. You're simply to need recognition and then to respond with compassion and a clear, loving, firm boundary. This boundary will often be an internal shift energetically for you. And we don't know, like, for all of us, it's going to continue on if we need to further that action. Do we need to act with that boundary? And it's going to be different for all of us. But this connects us to intuition. And I love that we've got the spider web there with creation and the moon. Intuition, signs, patterns, synchronicity, trust, mystery, and magic. There are many words and phrases used to describe the subject of the sixth influence card, intuition. Yes, intuition is your sixth sense. That funny feeling, an inkling, a sneaking suspicion, a hunch, a knowing, a feeling in one's bones, a gut feeling, a premonition. And it's inexplicable. You cannot pinpoint what you feel or believe as you do. You just know it in your gut. And every fiber of your being demands that you listen. What is intuition? It's knowing the gut feeling that you experience without fully understanding the logic or reason behind the feeling. Defying rational thought, maybe, or explanation, but you want to trust it nonetheless. Intuition is a bridge between conscious and unconscious minds, between instinct and reason. It's your unconscious mind communicating with you. It can come to you in a flash of insight or feeling, or you can have an intuitive experience within a dream or a daydream. It is also something quite often experienced during creative endeavors. And yes, is it ever? That's what I love about creation, guys. In fact, most creative endeavors are better for being intuitive. Intuition is knowing that something needs to be done, not knowing why it needs to be done, but trusting and doing it anyways. Why? Because our intuition provides solutions, and that's acting on it. Like, that's acting on it. That's very big. And this is all about, like, when you walk into that room and you feel a certain vibe. And you know, like, whether you're in ease or in tension, you feel the tension, you know, or you're feeling really good, you're vibing there. This helps you out. It helps with your intuitive abilities, that you can depend upon them, that you can rely upon them to help you navigate the way in which you're going, your actual path. And there's even actual legitimate research, including studies by the US Navy, into how intuition works. It can be strengthened to help in situations where intuitive thinking may even save lives. Some of the greatest scientific discoveries have been in moments of intuitive insight. It is very easy to dismiss the intuitive feelings and thoughts that come to us, but your sixth sense is no different from your other senses. It is there to be used, and incorporating Albert Einstein even believed that intuition was of great value, especially when it came to innovation and invention. And that makes complete sense too. It is very easy to dismiss the intuitive feelings and thoughts that come to us, but your sixth sense is no different from your other senses. It's there, and it's to be used, and incorporating it in your everyday life will only enhance it. And guys, I don't just think that this is just like, oh yeah, we just forgot about intuition. I think you guys gotta look at it for what it is. A lot of this was programmed into us to just forget about our intuition, to just push it aside. And people that use this, talking about scribing back in the day, I mean, things would have happened. And we have to honor that that's also happened, that we have been through the struggle, but we know we're cutting away the energy of the past. We're not going to let that drag us down. We're creating a new. And we're using our intuition to use this power to our best use. And this is to create our best lives, our happiness, our joy, our 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles expansion pack. Alright, so what are we creating here? What are we creating? Healing, of course we are, and thank you, Spirit. Of course, we're having a reading about honoring the struggle. And it's about healing and compassion. The frequency of healing supports our intrinsic ability to restore our health and wholeness by consciously using the information that comes to us through our senses and harmonizing everything accordingly. We just need to listen and be more compassionate with ourselves. Compassion. The frequency of compassion supports our ability to stand by others without judgment and be the divine mediator between heaven and earth, spirit and matter, so that the unconditional love can flow from source through our heart and into the world. And that's what it's doing. That's what we need to do. We're on mission work then. We're on point. And we're feeding into the grid for the collective. And that energy is helping. And look, it's connected to magic and fertility. The time we are in. Okay, yes, I cannot sing. But we need those vibrations. Singing is good for us. It's healthy along with dancing. The frequency of magic supports our intrinsic ability to grow and expand beyond this moment, to move towards possibilities and expressions that are grand and profound as we can imagine. All that is required is our belief in their manifestations. And we know we're in a time of fertilization. We've been discussing that a lot around here right now. The frequency of fertility invites us to be more open, more courageous, more creative, and more joyful than we were before. Yes, and that's what's happening here. It activates the potential for something beautiful to grow from our consciousness into a new and grander expression of ourselves. And that's what's being activated here. We're integrating. The frequency of integration supports our embrace of every aspect of ourselves, allowing what we perceive as positive and what we perceive as negative. To harmonize is a balanced symphony of life, and that's what we're doing. Harmonization, and that's what we meet here for. We meet here to heal and harmonize and raise the vibration. And thank you guys for doing just that. Today especially, I know these energies are hard, but it's the recalibration to the root. That's what we're integrating here. We need this because this affects our sacral and solar plexus more than anything. And we know then that's connected to our heart, our throat, our third eye, and our crown. And we really, when our roots out of whack with our sacral and solar, it's tough. It's really tough. That's a struggle. That's a struggle for sure. Root chakra. The frequency of the root, the red flower of life, stimulates passion and supports our senses of security on this physical plane, both in our bodies and, well, in the physical world. And that's the thing. We need to stimulate passion right now. We don't need to be stimulating with the devil energies because we're in the struggle. We need to be stimulating with passion in order to heal. And you know what, guys? With all of this fertilization, I just have to. I needed to stop. I really do. But I have to share Tantric Journey and Cosmic Flower because they are connected to this message. The frequency of Tantric Journey helps us to unlock the hidden knowledge and wisdom that we are intrinsically intrinsically hold about how to reach a state of wholeness and completion through our sensual experiences with ourselves and with another. And that's why we need to work on sensing. And the Cosmic Flower, the frequency of the Cosmic Flower activates our remembrance of the place we call home, the core from which we pour our magnificence out into the world. And we know we're going home right now. And there she is.
Money's not out anymore. She's back inside. I feel like to see her to go outside.
Oh, it's okay. We weren't going to see her anyways, but thank you for letting me know. Divine Feminine, and that's connected to delight. Guys, sorry, my son's sad. He wants to see his friend, but because we're all social distancing right now, you know, this is really hard on the kids. And that's why, you know what, we got to heal with them. We got to heal with them too, these little people. Their light matters. Anyways, I'm going to get on with this so that I can go do something with him. Now, Divine Feminine. The frequency of Divine Feminine supports our receptive, nurturing, and soft side, allowing it to express itself openly and helping us to connect to our intrinsic understanding of our connection to all of creation. And that's moving us forth to delight. The frequency of delight supports our capacity to create and experience feelings of intense joy and happiness. The more delight we feel, the more delight we evoke in others. And boy, don't I ever want to be making this pattern. It doesn't look like a fun pattern to make. And we can be recalibrating with our root with this one. And I'm all up for that. And then we're just going to throw in a little bit of this. And this is good to go. Okay, and guys, I really wanted to stop. I was like, no, we've got enough of these cards. And they're like, no, you're going to keep going. Now I know why. And this is why I always listen. Now, let's end this. Excuse me. Let's end this, guys. The Life Navigator deck. Okay. Where are we going? Where we go? Oh no, I really shouldn't sing. Who's unsubscribing? Okay. All right. Pulling back together. Pulling it back together. Inspiration. Insights and inspiration can flow in when we relax and allow a playful, unhurried frame of mind. The best ideas come naturally, and you know, this is a really big thing. We need to do this, and as Divine Feminines especially. And remember, this is about the energy. Masculine, you're using this energy too. We're just, like, this is where we do healing within the masculine too. You're like, oh, I like my Divine Feminine energy. Oh, just talk about Divine Feminine energy. No, these are energies within us. This is not anything we need to argue about. We just need to, like, humor one another. We just need to humor one another. Allow expansion. through inspiration. Okay, and of course through our reflections. Life tends to mirror back to us our internal experiences through the subtle signals we send out. If you want to change your world, first change your mind. And we just discussed that. We just received that message. So there's confirmation. Sharing what you have draws more to you. You'll be in the flow, realizing and growing your own abundance and having fun as well. And this is giving and receiving. And this is part of our abundance. We have to give in order to receive. That's being in the flow. That's experiencing the energy of the tail. And we have to just let it go. We have to let it go back to creation and come back to us. And it's very freeing once we learn how to do it. But yes, it does take practice. Because it's so natural at first to not want to let go. But then once we do, and then we're creating in the moment. We're focusing on the joy. We're focusing on other things. We're focusing on this, the soundtrack of our lives. This is perfect. What you give your attention to shapes your experience of life. Turn down the volume on the world's disharmony and choose to listen to what gives you joy. And speaking, of children and healing with the children, I always think my son and I will never have these moments back no matter what. I'm in separation with my counterpart. And yeah, he's on my mind because he's within my heart. But these moments matter more than anything. I'm never getting back this exact moment in time. I'm living this now, but I always have access to the past, present, and future. But I'm creating within this moment right now. And I need to focus all my attention here, and I need to raise my vibration by healing with joy. And you know what? Sometimes we can get caught up in the struggle. And that's straight truth. We get caught up in this struggle. We get caught up in this whirlwind of it. And it takes on a life of its own. It breathes fire. And we're getting burned. We're getting all caught up in it. And we just need to pull back and heal and allow that intuition. And we are definitely having a reading about, these spheres of knowledge and expanding from the cocoon and the time that we are in with the divine feminine birthing and applying this knowledge of the unknown to what's known. And then we'll expand it with Metatron's cube and the masculine energy. And we're going to break it all down. Where else? One more, and then we're going to say goodbye. We got to close it off now. Thank you, Tarot. The Hanged Man. The Hanged Man to the Ace of Cups. We're restoring balance from heartache. To move forth. There's the fertilization. To heal. Where are you, Hanged Man? Guys, that took forever. Okay, found the Hanged Man, and there it is. Confirmation received. We're restoring balance through the sacrifice of the generous charge, and this means something. This means something, guys. What does this mean? All right. Okay. It's connected to divine guidance, the Knight of Raphael, and decision. Divine guidance, the search for the meaning in life. Consider an alternative approach. Surround yourself with wise teachers and friends. And we also received that message here, so here's confirmation. This is what we need to do. This is putting ourselves on point to success with high vibe people that are going to help us on our path. The Knight of Raphael, committed romantic relationships being swept off your feet, situations or topics that make your heart flutter. Romantic, dramatic, poetic, and introspective. And that's love. Decision. Release yourself from that which holds you back. A need to detox. Unnecessary worry based on a lack of self-confidence. And that sounds like a struggle connection to me. And a clear-cut message. And this is the card I think of most of when I think of a struggle. It's the 10 of Wands. And that's the 10 of Gabrielle right here. Ask your angels for helpful people to lighten your load. Working too many hours, trying too hard to please others. Because we need to move forth with strength. Strength and grace through kindness, self-confidence, and forgiveness. Because we're healing. Congratulations, you've done a wonderful job. Time to move on to the next project. And that's what we want to do. We want to move on to the next project. We want to turn the wheel, and look at that. Here's our number 10. And we're following the number 10s because they're connected to 1111, and they sure are. And it all goes back now to the Ace of Cups. We've come full circle. The Wheel, Archangel Jeremiel, new beginnings, end of delays, a change in direction that offers happiness, and that's what we're after. And there it is. Make choices from your heart, deeply emotional commitments, the power of love. And this is the power of love, and this is what's being created within the cup. Allow love to end the struggle. Because here's the Ace of Raphael right here. A positive new emotional experience, fulfilling romantic relationships, deep and lasting spiritual insights. And that's what the gift of the struggle was. And that's why we need to honor it. Because now we're moving forth away from it. It's the light at the end of the tunnel. Breathe a sigh of relief and make new plans. And now we move forth. Healing, and there it is. We're healing. We're healing with our wisdom, and we're manifesting by moving on from the struggle. We've ended it. We've gone from the 10 of Wands to the 3, and it's through the connection of the masculine and feminine. Look at that. We've restored balance, and that's what we were doing. We were restoring the scales of balance, and look at that. Look at the connection between those cards. The masculine and feminine, equality, connection. One, through the fire. And I can hardly wait to get a reading dedicated to this message. Much love and healing vibes sent your way to create with today. I can't wait to crack this code and unlock this message. See you soon.